So let's discuss current affairs important points which are very crucial for prelims exam. Daily I am discussing 2-3 important points before going to the newspaper. Those 2-3 points are very crucial. The first thing today is China successfully tests its first photovoltaic highway. Photovoltaic highway is a crucial thing because it's an advanced version of making the highways technology friendly. Using solar power, we can recharge the cars in its advanced version. We can judge the capacity of the roads and the safety of the roads through this and repairs of the roads. It might help autonomous cars and it might give certain wireless charging systems. And it will also help more helpful for electric vehicles. Photovoltaic highway. It's a next level effective transport friendly system. It will give lighting through solar energy. Roads will be illuminated to support the vehicles by solar energy. It gives lighting through solar energy. It improves the operation of autonomous cars. And it will monitor the condition of the road. This is photovoltaic highways in China. Okay, 5,875 square meters highway. 5875 highway was covered. In the long run, it might cover major areas. In the long run, it might enter into India also. Bullet trains, photovoltaic highways, driverless cars, pod taxis are coming up in the near future. Next important current affairs is Neelambur Teak. NALAMBUR. Neelambur Teak belong to Kerala. Neelambur Teak belong to Kerala. Neelambur Teak, it belongs to Kerala. It becomes the first forest produce. Neelambur Teak is the first forest produce to get its own GI tag. Neelambur Teak is the first forest produce to get the GI tag. It will protect the native cultivators with this tag and pricings and also felling of the Neelambur Teak without authority. All these things will be seriously considered now because it's an IPR, because it is an intellectual property right. You might get a prelims question. Which is the first forest produce to get a GI tag from India? Which is the first forest produce on its own getting a GI tag from India? It is Neelambur Teak. Here comes UPSC's favorite area. GI tags, IPR issues. If you see last 4 years question papers, 2012 to 2016-17, there are 2-3 questions on GI tags. There is a high probability of you getting a question from GI tags. Next important issue is Blue Moon. Blue Moon. After 150 years, we are going to see in 2018, this year, a full blue moon. We have a famous idiom, once in a blue moon. Once in a blue moon. Are you appearing once in a blue moon? You are coming to me once in a blue moon. That means very rarely, very occasionally. Once in a blue moon means very rare, very occasional. It's a full lunar eclipse, not partial, full lunar eclipse. The entire moon will be shadow. It will lose its shine and it will look like a blue color. That is the reason it's called blue moon. Astronomical blue moon happens once in 2-3 years, but not in a complete sense. The full blue moon now is appearing after 150 years. It actually looks blue. Okay, it's a very rare sight. Very rare sight. Many generations will not get a chance to see a full blue moon. We are going to see that in 2018. You may get a question on blue moon, red moon. Red moon is caused by dust particles or by total lunar eclipses. Even you can say red moons caused by dust particles. Okay, you can read the concept called blue moons, red moons. Mostly blue moon concept, because after 150 years we are going to have blue moon. Next, on Triple Talaq Bill, Muslim Women Marriage Divorce Bill 2017. The bill was passed in Lok Sabha, went to Rajya Sabha. In Rajya Sabha the bill was stalled. In Rajya Sabha debate stalled. This is the thing that has happened. Next article. Today we start with a different article, a new plateau. Harsh Pant wrote this article. A new plateau. In this article, for IR student and for GS student, a new plateau article. For IR student and GS student, there is a question called Raisina dialogue. Raisina dialogue. Raisina dialogue is a security dialogue process where not only governments but also various security advisors will attend. India had this dialogue. The name Raisina have come from Raisina Hills in Delhi. Raisina dialogue. It is not completely formal but also informal. Raisina dialogue is not a complete formal dialogue process. It is something like a discussion body or a deliberative process. The Raisina dialogue is modeled in the Shangri-La dialogue process. In the same way as we have Shangri-La dialogue in Singapore, Indian version of this Shangri-La is Raisina dialogue. This is there in the article. Next point in the article is about Belt and Road Initiative. Belt and Road Initiative. India's intransigent attitude. Intransigent means steadfast, strong attitude against joining BRI is written in the article. Number 2, India and China are very hawkish about their sovereignty, very particular about their sovereignty. And there was also discussion about Doklam issue in the article. As you all know, 70 days standoff between India and China because of Doklam. And in the article, they also mentioned about Act East policy, and for all of us, for IR students particularly, one thing which we have to write in next year's exam is India invited all the ASEAN heads. There are 10 members in ASEAN. There are 10 members in a group called ASEAN, Association of Southeast Asian Nations, which was formed in 1967. Which was formed in the year 1967. Singapore, Philippines, Laos, Myanmar, Brunei, Indonesia, Cambodia, Vietnam, all these countries comes, 10 countries in Asia. It was formed in 1967. This year Republic Day for parade, we are inviting all the 10 states. All the heads of the states are coming, most probably. That's a very good gesture because we are proving that it's an Asian century. We are reiterating that India has a strong progress in the region. It is a foreign policy show off. Very important for India this. It shows that India's prestige. All 10 countries heads are coming to India for Republic Day. Itself is a very big thing for India. It's going to shoot up the image of India. Okay, you have to use this. And based on this, we can predict a question in prelims and mains. In prelims, they may ask a question about India, Asia, like East Asia Summit, or what is Actist policy. Earlier it is called Lookist policy, now it is called Actist policy. There is no much difference between Lookist and Actist. Actist is a term introduced by Modi government. It is proactive engagement. Proactive engagement of India with Asian countries is called Actist policy. And you might get a question on even India-Asian FTA, India-Asian agreements this year prelims, because ASEAN is looming large in India's foreign policy. In the entire foreign policy, ASEAN is looming large. And also, in the article there is a discussion about Pakistan, Maldives and China. In the article there is a discussion about Pakistan, Maldives and China. How China had finalized its talks relating to FTA with Maldives. CPEC, China-Pakistan Economic Corridor, the friendship of China and Pakistan, all those things. There are two crucial issues in the article. One is Raisina dialogue, second is Actist policy. These two crucial issues you should not miss. And third crucial issue is India inviting all the ASEAN members to Republic Day. Everybody is coming, most probably. That means India is doing good in its foreign policy. India understood that we need to have very good relationship with Asian countries. For IR students, next year 2018, this year mains question will be the recent developments in Actist policy might be your question. The recent developments in Actist policy that we will discuss next. The editorial is Money Talks. Money Talks. Yesterday Trump tweeted, from last 15 years, $33 billion was spent on Pakistan, were given as aid to Pakistan. And Pakistan lied and deceived. All lies and deceit. Use the same word, lies and deceit. But Pakistan is not going to care much about it openly. Pakistan is not going to care much about it openly. Reason number one, America's aid to Pakistan is slowly coming down. It is not that America is giving big aid to Pakistan now. Already it was under the minimum position. Second, the most important thing, China is giving full hand to Pakistan. China is extending complete help to Pakistan. Now Pakistan need not care about any other country. But internally, though Pakistan is not expressing anything on this, internally Pakistan might have some issue on that. Though it's a cherishing point, good point for India, India cannot always trust the Trump. Trump might change his stand at any second, or he might be openly saying something and making something secretly. We cannot trust the Trump. This is the core of the article. Next article, towards the genomics revolution. Next article is about towards a genomics revolution. In this article, there are 2-3 core points. I'll tell the gist of it. Point number 1, India is lagging in genome research. As India is a very diversified country, we have not many races, ethnicity, lot of diversity. If India is well versed with diversity, well versed with genome projects, India can use its technology better to treat many genetical diseases. We can identify a gene which is causing the particular disease or particular symptom. We can actually rectify it. Not only that, any development of science and technology in India will have its good strength world over. And our IT development should be linked with science and technological development, including genome technology that we are missing out. As we understood from last 10-15 days, there are 3-4 articles on research and new projects in science and Indian Science Congress issues. You have to focus on this. You might get a SAR question about research in India is missing. More about academics, less about research. What is there in India, what to be done for India? This might be a question because from last 1 week continuous articles on research, genome projects, science research, great scientists. We are getting continuous articles. And the hidden names, the hidden heroes, many articles are coming. And in this article, the entire article, the crucial prelims question. The crucial prelims question is star mark question. You can put 10 stars also. CRISPR-Cas9. 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 It's a gene editing technology. CRISPR-Cas9 is a gene editing technology, gene editing mechanism. You have to read well about it. You have to read the full form of CRISPR-Cas9, how it works. And you have one more Caesar to cut the gene or to cut the particular part of the gene which causes some disease or symptom is called TALEN, TALEN. The Caesar is called TALEN. You can read about CRISPR-Cas9 and Caesar also, and Caesars called TALEN. In the entire article, this is very important for prelims. And next article is about understanding Bhima, Koregaon. Understanding Bhima, Koregaon. Bhima, Koregaon is a village. Gaon, Koregaon, Koregaon. Koregaon is a village. Understanding Bhima, Koregaon. Here comes a story. Exactly 200 years back, on January 1st, 1818, a war ended. 200 years back, on 1st January 1818, a war ended. The war is between British and Peshwa Bajirao II. The war is between British and Peshwa Bajirao II. This might be a prelims question. British had soldiers at that time. In that regiment, most of them belong to Mahar community, which is a depressed class community. And Peshwa Bajirao belonged to upper caste Brahmin community. And Britishers defeated Peshwa Bajirao with the valor and strength of the soldiers who belong to Mahar community. And this particular day on which they have won the war, the depressed class used to celebrate as a victorious day against the upper class community. On the celebrations on 1st January 2018, after 200 years, it was after 200 years, on 1st January 2018, regularly they celebrate, after 200 years, marking 2 centuries of war, they started celebrations. There is a fight between the two communities and one man died and many were injured. The issue erupted in Maharashtra. The issue got erupted in Maharashtra. This is the core of the entire thing. Now, there are two things, politicization and Dalit issues. Politicization and Dalit issues. On this, it is enough for prelims. If you want, you can read further, but I don't think no reading is required. Further reading for mains. This is enough. This story is enough. Particular war, Peshwa Bazirao II, Bhima, Koregaon war. Remember the story. Next article, citizen count. The last article today, citizen count. Not last article, we have one more thing. Assam's NRC, National Registry of Citizens. As Supreme Court gave guidelines, directions, NRC recognized 1.9 crore people as citizens. But around 3.29 crores applied for citizenship in Assam. Supreme Court gave a deadline by December 31st, the issue should be cleared. On the hurry, the government have declared certain names. And government is repeatedly telling that citizens need not worry, verification process is going on, and it is not that we are going to stop at 1.9, we are going to extend this, asking the citizens to wait and watch because it might erupt into violence. The people who did not get citizenship might take stern action or severe things, so they may get erupted into violence. So government is giving promises. The thing here you have to understand, last year there is an amendment to Citizenship Act, Citizenship Act Amendment 2016. All migrants, illegal migrants, belong to Hindus, Sikhs, Buddhists, Parsis, no Muslim community. They have not allowed Muslims. In the amendment, they are not giving to Muslims, Sikh, Christians, everyone, but not Muslims. They will be given citizenship after seeing their stay in India, after getting all verification. On the one side, government is so open about immigrants. On the other side, the National Registry of Citizens is very, very restrictive, and even most of the people who are citizens did not get the citizenship till date. This itself shows that there is a lot of discrepancy on the issue. You might get a question on Citizenship Act. Basically, Citizenship Act is in 1955, but there are many amendments to this act. There are many amendments to this act, and particularly with respect to spouses who marry Indians or people who come to India try to get naturalization. An American president should be a born citizen of America. In India, there is no rule that one should be a born citizen to go to the political posts. You might be a naturalized citizen or citizen under registration. Article 5 to Article 11 of the Indian Constitution deals with citizenship. Article 5 to Article 11 of the Indian Constitution deals with citizenship. And India will never accept dual citizenship. For example, if you voluntarily acquire citizenship of other country like America or Australia, you are no more a citizen of India. There is no chance of being a dual citizen in India, and you have to surrender the Indian passport. You have to inform and surrender it. And second important issue here, in India, there are two categories. One is OCI and second is NRI. Earlier there was one more concept called PIO. Now PIOs got merged into OCI. PIOs got merged into OCI. NRIs are citizens of India. OCIs are not citizens of India. Non-resident Indians, they are Indians but not residing in India. OCIs, overseas citizens of India. They are not Indians in citizenship. Okay, there is a difference between NRI and OCI. This year there is a chance of getting a question on citizenship. Okay, the last article, Behind the Enemy Line, written by Happyman Jacob. Written by Happyman Jacob. Ceasefire violations in line of control, LOC, near line of control. Recently we are seeing the news that soldiers are dying, either side Jawans are dying. Ceasefire violations, not in tens but in hundreds. Every year we have seen ceasefire violation in hundreds and thousands. That means we are not properly maintaining ceasefire rules. The entire article goes about Jammu Kashmir ceasefire. But last year, Happyman Jacob, the same author, wrote an article on ad hocism on border management. Ad hocism on border management. That is important for you in GS3. Ad hocism on border management. There are no constructive rules about Indian borders, Indian controlling areas, all those things. We never follow proper rules internationally also. That is important. Okay, and you should also know which security force is guarding which border. For example, Assam Rifles, India and Myanmar. Sashastra Seema Bal, India and Nepal, India and Bhutan. ITBP, India and Tibet, that is India and China. BSF, Border Security Force, India, Pakistan, India, Bangladesh. And you should also know, Special Police Forces comes under Ministry of Home Affairs and Paramilitary Forces comes under Ministry of Defence. The difference also you should know, that comes in GS3. Okay, these are the important news today, and we should also have an article on Ranji Trophy. You can read on your own. Okay, these are the important current affairs.